How pleased are you with getting back in the ring so quickly after the last fight?
Yeah, it's different, to be honest. It's a little bit different from usual because I normally have more of a switch off period where I can come down from the high and get back into the gym. But I've had to, it's been a little bit more congested because it's a quick turnover. But again, I'm happy because I'm keeping busy, and all fighters want to keep busy, obviously, especially if your last fight was, only half an hour long. So yeah, I'm delighted to be getting back in the show.
What about Tyson Fury? He's been putting eliminated for a world title. Is there a rush with him?
Tyson Fury's not any concern of ours at the moment. Yeah. He's got his own fight. Let him get on with it. If Tyson Fury wants to fight us, or fight the winner of this fight, they can pick up the telephone. Let him get the work. And it's not a final eliminator. He's got about 3 eliminators to get there. So I think he's promoters trying to throw him in. But let's just get back to this fight.
Why was the fight arranged so quickly after the Harrison match?
It was a date that we had scheduled in the boxing, wasn't it, December 1st, and all being well with the orderly fighting Matt as the opponent, because I think Matt, we were going to fight Matt in October, and then we swapped it with orderly and we were going to fight Matt after all being well. So again, it's just it's an exciting fight for me because it's something different for me. I think Matt will admit himself, he's not a conventional type of boxer we would have met in the amateur game. He's different, he's rugged, he's rough, he's going to come and try and set the odds from there. It's going to be a good challenge.
We're letting Twitter run his career, because everyone on Twitter keeps saying he wasn't busy enough, so now we're making up for it.
Be ashamed to waste all that training as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, we had like a long camp for the All Guards from fighting, although a lot of the wear on your body comes in the training camp, and the fighting is at the end of it, so I did need a rest anyway. But that fitness is still there, and we just pick up where we left off and straight into it for this camp.
I mean, you spoke before about a piece of the jigsaw building David up, the way you're hoping it will go, and Woody Harrison piece of that. Do you think Matt does as well?
Matt brings something that we haven't seen so far. Friday, we talk about opponents all the time, and we discussed the opponent that could take David into sort of a boring atmosphere, someone that will be on his chest, will try and hit him in every part of his body. Because I've worked with this man. I was the first man to see this guy come in the gym in the old Kent Road when he wanted to go pro. And I'll be honest, I opened my hands up and said, I don't think he could make it. My brother signed it. And then I went back to work with my brother. They've done a fantastic job. They got him to British European. So he proved me wrong, and I think he brings something to the table that he's never faced yet, and that's what's important as part of this jigsaw. He's going to have to face. He's like an old American throwback fighter, isn't he? Like Sonny Liston type fight. And that's what we need now. I need David to know what it's like when you've got to dig deep to find that something extra, and I think Matt will bring that out of David.
Maybe. Does it help that both your last 2 fights have been in Liverpool? So you haven't really got far to travel, really, have you?
No, it's I think my last 4 fights have been in Liverpool, so that's brilliant for me, obviously, because we're building a fan base in the city. So yeah, it helps, it's home comforts, familiar surroundings, familiar people around. It is a bonus to fight in the town.
Where are you going to training?
We're going to Portugal. I mean, normally we'd stay home and get people up and just do things as normal. But I think with the fight being quick after the All Harrison fight, we spent 12 weeks in the same gym, same surroundings. We need a bit of a change of scenery just to freshen things up a little bit. And I think that has helped. A little bit of nicer weather as well.
Any more questions?
Assuming this goes well, you, Frank and David, but how do you see the progression? How quickly you fight again? What kind of upstep do you
obviously, I used to be one that used to plan very far ahead, but they got upset a couple of times, so I'm now very cautious. We have a date penciled in for the new year, end of February, which we talked about, but that's as much as I'll say at the moment till this fight.
Well, it's a question of frequency that I'm interested in. You're going to keep me very busy.
Yes, yeah, at the end of February. Yeah.
David, how far do you think you're away from challenging for a world title in your own mind?
With the right fights, the right opponents, and I think, you know, Matt comes into that category where I'm going to learn something from a fight and get asked questions. I think as short as 3 or 4 fights, I believe I'll be ready, which will be like 12 months. But it's up to, you know, it's up to the team around me to take the reins off me when the time's right. They'll know, and obviously Frank's been there before, and, you know, knows when the time's right to push the button. So, you know, it's leave it to it. I'll just fight whoever's in front of me.
I mean, what I will say, there would be, after this fight, you know, I have sat down with Franny and obviously spoke to David, and we've looked at British fighters. I'd like David to win the Lonsdale belt outright because I think it's a nice prestige thing. You know, Matt stepped up to the plate when we spoke about it and, you know, showed no fear. A number of other British fighters have run in the opposite direction. There would probably only be 2 British fighters we would look at, and if we didn't get one of them for February, we would look at taking a highly ranked American.
Those 2 are?
Well, one is obviously Tyson Fury, and the other one would be Richard Towers if he comes through, because I believe he's fighting an eliminator for the Commonwealth. He doesn't need to fight an eliminator, he could have just phoned me up and I'll put him straight into the Commonwealth title. But maybe he just needs to build a little bit more confidence.